Welcome everybody. In this video, I'm going to show you how to recreate a website that is looking like this to something that is looking like this. All right. So this is an image I took and I want to recreate my website for GuardScope. I created a website for GuardScope. GuardScope is a Chrome extension that I'm currently building and I will be launching soon. Once I launch GuardScope, I will share it with you guys that you can now start using. What GuardScope does is simply help you dictate phishing emails, help you dictate phishing links so that you don't click them through your Gmail account. As you can see with this particular website, it looks AI generated. It doesn't have anything fancy at all. So we're going to be using Claude Code to see if we can redesign this. At the same time, I'll be using Stitch. If you're familiar with Claude Code, you will understand how to install Claude Code on your computer. But if you're not familiar with Claude Code, I'll be leaving instructions on how you can install it on your computer. Then with Google Stitch, this is what you use in creating prototypes or creating websites before you actually go into building them. You will be seeing how I'm going to use all this to create something that looks similar to this. If you're also looking for where to get inspirations to create your own website or web pages, you can actually visit Pinterest. They've got some crazy designs. They've got so many designs that you can take and then repeat the same thing that I'm about to show you. As you can see, I already have my Claude Code here. This is where I'm building GuardScope already. So I've already opened it, spun it open. So what I'm going to do is continue iterating and you will see exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to go straight to Stitch and ask Stitch to recreate this website that I showed you, this particular one here. So you simply select web. If you're creating mobile apps, that's when you select app. I'm creating a website, so I'm going to create web. And then over here, come to the plus sign and I'll upload the image. And I'm going to give it a very simple prompt. Recreate exactly the website you see from the uploaded image. Ensure that you replicate exactly the elements, the text, features, menu, style with regards as seen on the image. This is a simple prompt, nothing fancy. I didn't improve anything. You see me do it live, so you understand how it's done. The secret sauce is explain exactly what you want the AI to build for you. Be very explicit when you're explaining. So, but this, I'm just going to give it a very, very simple prompt, and let's see what it generates for us. So I fire this in. So as you can see, it actually took the image I gave to it and pasted it there. So it's going to recreate exactly what we're seeing here. And from this side, you see that it's working already. It's trying to recreate everything. So let me make this a little bit smaller so we can see the entire board. Let me place it here. So it's currently building the design system. It's mapping out the components. It's going to take everything into consideration and then build something that we can see. I'm not editing this video so that you guys can see exactly how this is done. If you want to replicate this for your own websites or whatever you're creating, I've just told you, pick your idea, go to Stitch and ask Stitch to replicate this for you. And you can now start iterating to make adjustments or change the colors or anything you want to change, move things around before you take it to Claude Code. You can as well just take it to Claude Code and ask Claude to do the adjustments for you. So I'm going to show you how we're going to pick this design and then take it to Claude Code. All right, so this is what it has given us. And believe me, it is much better than before. So I can now go ahead and say, I need the elements in the hero section to be exactly with the glass effect. Okay, because I see there's some glass effects over here. I'm just going to say, I want you to adjust and change the look and feel of the elements in the hero section to have that same glass effect as the image does. All right, so this is the second try, second shot. Let's see what it does. Another good thing about Google Stitch is you can actually pick this and tell it to change a particular section and it will do that. I've also noticed that the type of text font that was used here is not the same text it's using here. So I'm going to also tell it to change the text to match exactly what type of text in the image. First of all, let's see what the result will be and then we'll take it from there. Okay, here it says, I will refine the glass elements in the hero section to better match the depth and translucency of the original image. I will focus on the mobile mockups and the floating crypto icons to ensure they have the subtle high-end class effect you are looking for. So it's tweaking that to give us exactly what we're seeing in the image, and that's what I need. I've updated the hero section to better capture the glass morphism effect from the original image. I've enhanced the translucency, backdrop blur, and light catching edges of the floating crypto icons, the mobile markup, and the balance card to give them more depth and the high-end frosted feel. I know there's no change here, but I think it has it around here. Yes, this is what it has around here, but it's still not quite what I want. What I'm going to do is go ahead to say, I can see that the text slash font style, size, and type is not the same as in the image. Fix this and ensure that the text is the same as that of the image. All right, so let's see what it does. I'll show this in. The first one here doesn't look as quite, interesting as what we want. This is what I want exactly. Then it gave us this second look, which for me doesn't really come up the way I want it. The arrangements of the mobile phones is not the same. Could you just adjust them to look exactly this? So I'm going to do that, but let's see how it prints out. I also don't like the idea that this is a web page. When I click on features, it just scrolls down to where features is, how it works. It scrolls down there, early access, it takes you there, FAQ, and it does that. When I go back to home, I'm personally not a fan of a single page website, that is a web page. So I'm going to ask Claude to not make this a single page. So we're going to do that. Let's see how far we are redesigning this. So this is the recreation coming on. So it's generating the screen now for us to see. Right, so now we have this. It looks a little bit better, but there's still some conflict here and there. So let's see what Claude Code would do with this. So the next thing I'm going to do is to export this. Come here. I select this. If you see, it gives me generate, modify, it gives me preview, and then more. So if I go to more, you see where it says view code, copy to Figma, export, and download. So if I click on export, it's going to give me this option. This is the option I'm looking for. It's going to give me these options where it says AI Studio, Figma, JAWS, zip, code to clip, MCP, project brief. What I want is the MCP. Once you click on that, I'm going to just copy the prompt. Then I'll go straight to Claude. So I'm going to say to Claude, I want you to redesign the web page for GuardScope using the design from the image I uploaded. Take a look at the image properly and deduce every element placement, font style, size, and placement, colors arrangement, and the entire configuration of the UI. I want you to also change this from a web page to a proper website with all the necessary pages. Ensure that all navigations, buttons, CTAs are all fully functional. Take into consideration the already created features and ensure that they are not broken. Use the Google Stitch MCP to recreate this design to get the desired results, desired look and feel from the reference image. Remember to do this with respect to GuardScope scheme. I don't want it to be dark as before, but look as the image uploaded. Now this is the second way of creating this. You guys have seen me create it directly and I'm not too pumped up with the result I'm getting. All this I'm not too pumped up. So now I'm going to use Claude Code to see if I can create and get a better result. Now the next thing is to upload the image to Claude so Claude can have an idea of what I'm talking about. So I'll push this in and let's see what Claude does. After your prompt, remember that you need to upload the image. If you don't give Claude the image, Claude does not see exactly what you wanted to recreate, or Claude will not have an idea of what you wanted to do. So when you have put in your prompt explaining everything in detail as much as you can, then just attach image for Claude to look at. So Claude is saying, let me generate this design in Stitch first and then go ahead to do it. This is what I'm going to do. Watch this now. So once I allow this, it's trying to send message to Stitch to start designing it. It's going to look at the image and then give Stitch a prompt. And with that prompt, Stitch is going to start recreating. Now I'll go back to Stitch to see exactly what Stitch is doing. If you come here, Stitch is not going to do it in the same page where you are. So what you're going to do is to simply go back to our project. At this side of it, you see that it gave Stitch a job to do. This is the one recreated landing page that I gave, and this is the one that Claude gave to Stitch. So let's see what it is. What you see up here is when I was designing the actual GuardScope. So I used Stitch as well. So right here is where we're going to look at what it has given Stitch to do. Let me see if I can find the instruction that it gave Stitch. Okay, this is the instruction. It says, design a premium SaaS landing page homepage for GuardScope, an AI-powered email phishing detection Chrome extension for Gmail. Design style, reference kubi.co. She's giving it a reference. It says light background, soft gradient from pale sky blue, top to pure white, bottom not dark. Clean white navbar with subtle bottom border. All this it has given. Hero section, the trust bar, the section and all that. And look at what Claude finally produced using Stitch. And for me, this is a lot better than before. Scan every email, trust nothing blindly. Look at this, inspect every email, trust nothing blindly. So it took exactly what it has initially and is just rebuilding it. Do I like this? I can say yes. Create a dark version of this. No, add a section for customer testimonial below. Do I like this? Or do I continue iterating or anything? So we have some images here, simple transparent pricing, this here, ready to secure and all that. This is the same web page, but in a different story. Now let's go back to Claude. Claude has noticed that it has finished. So Claude is trying to pick whatever has been designed into its own workspace and then start using it. So let's give it the command to go ahead. I think it responded to me before making these changes. It says, got it, full website, all pages. Let me build this properly. Shared nav bar plus footer components, then home, features, how it works, and pricing pages, all light themed from Stitch, starting with globals, shared components, then every page. So it's doing it now. So for those of you who are new to coding, when you see the red patches here, it means these are the ones that it's disregarding, it's deleting off from your code. And the green ones are the additions. All right, so it's making a lot of changes here. It changed this to that. All right, it added some few more here, removed some, added a whole lot here, and all the way down. So now update the GuardScope to support light dark mode, then rewrite the home page. Good, local already supports variant. Let me fix the navbar and footer to use it correctly, then write all pages. So it's doing that now. So I'm going to OK that. So I think it has created, it removed a whole lot and included a whole lot. So we're having a design that is coming up. So right here is saying that, I think at the bottom here, saying now create the features, how it works, and pricing pages. So it's done most of the pages, it's creating the balance of the pages. Let's wait for it. So at this point, I think Claude has finished. It's trying to commit to GitHub so that I can get to see everything that it has done. So I'm going to allow this. Once it commits to GitHub, my server is going to refresh and then repopulate, and then we'll see the updated version. Okay, so I think we're done. It says complete website, 7 pages, all functional. Homepage, features, how it works, pricing, sign in, sign up, privacy policy, terms of service, full redesign, light theme, new 6-layer deep dive, new pipeline plus scoring guide, new comparison table plus FAQ, existing, unchanged, existing. So all this, it has been done, design changes from scratch. So it took all the design, it has done it. So let's see it for the first time. This is what I have as the old one. So you guys look at it properly. This is what I have as the old one. So let's see what it did for the new one. All I'm going to do is just refresh. Okay, it hasn't taken effect yet. So, okay, now I'm going to ask you to make sure that it has been redeployed so I can view it. So I'm asking it to make sure that it has been redeployed so I can view it, because when I refreshed, I couldn't see it. Okay, now Claude was able to discover some errors and some issues. That's why I'm doing this live. I'm not interrupting anything so you guys can see it. It's a build failed unescaped apostrophe in haven't. So let's fix it. So it's trying to fix it, and after the fix, we'll get back to deployment. Okay, I get confirmation that GuardScope.app is live now. Go check it on your stream. So let's look at it one more time and see if it has been updated. Okay, so I'm going to refresh again. If it has been deployed, then we're going to see the new. Oh, fantastic! Yes, yes, yes. It has been redesigned, and this, I tell you, is more like it. This is more like it. All right, this is more like it. Oh, this is more like it. Although it still needs some little bit of tweaking here and there, but I mean, compared to the first one, this is more like it. This is more like it. It's got 6 layers of analysis on every email. All right, this is more like it. This is more like it. Walk through. Yes, it takes you to a different page rather than bringing you down. Okay, how to install everything is here. Yes, 9 sources are parallel. What it promises, what it delivers. I like this. What this call means, I like this. So it shows you everything. Get early access. Oh yes, this is it. This is beautiful. Let's go to this. Okay, so it hasn't changed the inner pages. So all I need to do is just tell it to change the inner pages. Okay, so this is it. Let's say pricing. Okay, it did this. This is pricing. All right, so what it does, yep, fantastic. This is it. FAQ, pricing, how it works. Okay, features. Okay, so they're all individual pages, but the FAQ is down here, which makes sense. That's all right. It makes sense. Security, yep, it makes sense. I don't have a bit with that. So sign in. There's some couple of pages like this page, for instance, sign in, sign up, all that. It hasn't really done anything to it. So I'm going to ask you to redesign that and make it uniform. So as you can see, guys, this is exactly how you can use Claude Code to redesign your website, iterate more, and make Claude give you a better website than what you have before. Thank you very much for joining me in this video. See you guys in the next video.